Hi, welcome to the show. Today I have a really fun couple. They're from over the pond in London, all the way from London, an international couple. I love it. We have Georgie Mullin and James Marsh, and they are here to share all about their incredible engagement. I'll go ahead and just read their bios at the top of the show. So, Georgie Mullin is a seasonal focused cook, food writer, and trainee wine expert based in London, and she shares seasonal vegetable led recipes on her website and social media platforms at Georgie Eats. Passionate about making great food accessible and joyful, Georgie's approach centers on simplicity, creativity, and an intuitive connection to nature. Her recipes are designed to help people fall back in love with vegetables, cook in tune with the seasons, and feel confident in the kitchen, whether they're following a recipe to the letter or cooking off piste with whatever they have on hand. Georgie's debut cookbook, What to Cook and When to Cook It, will be published by Pan Macmillan's Bluebird imprint on September 4th, 2025, which was just a couple months ago. Featuring 120 fresh vegetarian recipes arranged by season, the book celebrates everyday produce with everything from light summer dishes to hearty winter comfort food, plus sweet treats, cocktails, and helpful menu ideas. It also includes seasonal calendars to guide and inspire readers all year round. And throughout her thoughtfully curated recipes, engaging digital content, private chefing, and in person events, Georgie champions a modern, elegant approach to seasonal cooking. She encourages a return to simplicity, cooking with the rhythm of the seasons, celebrating produce at its peak, and finding joy in the process. And she is joined here by her fiance, James, and he is a market trader. He loves running. He is an avid football fan and a big Arsenal supporter. So, welcome to the show, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a very long bio for me.
Yay.
Mine was a lot
I
shorter.
love it. I want to know all the details about your cookbook, but also all the details about your relationship and your engagement. So let's start from the very beginning. How did you guys meet?
Do you want me to go or should you go?
So we actually met on Bumble.
We're a
Cool.
modern
Yeah, modern love
love
story.
story.
Yeah, we swiped right for each other.
Yeah.
Like what?
I think it was about 4.5
Yeah,
years
about
ago.
4.5 years ago now. We were both living down on the south coast.
South coast of England.
Yeah, south coast of England.
Yeah.
And well, you actually made me drive round because we were kind of lived in like neighbouring towns. So I ended up driving around. See, it was during COVID as well, so like pubs and bars and stuff weren't. They were all closed, weren't they?
Yeah.
But it was at the time where they just started to open their outside areas, so you could like meet.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same in the US.
Yeah, maybe
But
not.
basically when we were in COVID, we were starting opening up the pubs, you could sit outside in pubs, but you couldn't go inside. And so that was when we've had our first drink together.
And actually, Georgie was like, "Oh, I know this amazing place in her local town, this pub."
I don't know if I called it amazing.
Well, right, maybe you didn't call it amazing. You're like, "I know this place. We'll go there." I drive around. We walk into this pub, and they literally ring the bell for last orders.
This was about 6:30 at night.
Yeah, at 6:30 at night, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Nice start."
We had one very quick drink there, and then we went to a pub down the road and then had another drink, didn't we? So we made a full evening of it. And then that kind of
We saw each other.
yeah,
pretty
that
much
was just
every-
kind of it.
Yeah.
We saw each other maybe twice a week from then. Yeah.
Wow. So it all started during COVID. You guys got a quick drink, got another drink, and never stopped talking since then. And that was about 4 years ago, you said?
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So way to go, Bumble, making the match. I love it.
I know. It was crazy because when I went on to Bumble, I hadn't been on there for a long time over COVID because you couldn't really date because you couldn't really go
same.
out. James was my first date.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
mine too in that year.
Not first date ever, but like first date from going back on the dating apps. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about it. Like, imagine if you just hadn't opened the app on that certain day and,
Yeah.
or, hadn't seen that. It's we've talked about that a
Or
lot.
never
haven't we?
messaged.
Or yeah,
anything.
or never applied or something. It's just it's crazy to think
It is
about
crazy.
that because it was a couple years. Was it a couple of years after that we moved in together?
Yeah.
And now I've moved house again since.
Mhm.
So it's crazy.
It is crazy.
Wow. That is seriously incredible. I know you like think about all the steps that needed to be taken in order for you guys to like actually meet and actually start dating, and it's pretty incredible. Like you accepted the message,
Yeah.
like you chose each other like through the app. So that's so cool. I love it. And I know you guys said that you kind of moved a few times. You said you were living on the coast and now you guys are in London. What was your relationship kind of developing through all those moves and moving in together, and maybe lead us through like how it got a little more serious?
So we met at a perfect time because James was in the Navy when we met, and he was about to go on.
I just got back from a deployment.
Yes, and he was about to go on his penultimate deployment. And so we had about 3 months together dating before he went away for 4 months.
Yeah, maybe 4 months actually.
4 months dating before we went away for 4 months.
But we literally met. It was like I'd got home
very start.
like maybe 2 weeks before, and like had downloaded Tinder. Bumble, and yes, we met right at the start. So it was literally the perfect timing.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's difficult to meet people when you're away a lot. But we were both living kind of close to each other, and you were living with a friend.
Yeah. So I think because of that deadline that James was going away for 4 months, we moved maybe a little bit quicker than we would have done if we didn't have that deadline. So in that 4 months, we saw each other quite a lot, and I guess we fell in love. And then we kept in contact over the 4 months that James was away. I went out to see him halfway through the deployment, and then he came back for another 4 months, and we carried on dating like we were before. And then he went away for another 4 months, and we decided that at the end of that 4 months, he was home for good. And that's when we moved in together. So I actually moved in to James's house at the time about 3 days before he got back from his final deployment.
Yeah, it was. I didn't have to help move in.
I know.
Yeah, you were like, you're coming to me. So
the reason why it all worked out with me cutting the lease of my apartment. So all of those timings worked out quite nicely. And that was probably a year and a half into our relationship. And then
so I guess we moved in quite relatively quickly, I suppose. But
I don't know.
Well, maybe. I mean, it felt right at the time.
Yeah.
But like, I think it just made sense. Like, because you had to move out of that flat anyway.
Yes.
And I already had a place, and it was close by. It was near all of our friends and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And we had a great time in that house, and that's where we got our dog.
Oh,
I think
sweet.
You added the female touch and
yeah. Decorating and
It was a renovation project. We kind of like spent a lot of time doing.
We did spend a lot of time doing it up together, and then we got our dog Poppy, and then I guess at this point, I think we always knew it was quite a serious relationship, and we'd always were planning to move in together. But since then, we moved to London. So we sold that house about a year ago and then moved up to London together.
Oh, that's so sweet. Man, you guys really like went through a lot, like towards the beginning of your relationship, like dealing with long distance, dealing with a renovation, moving in together, and then also adding a dog into the mix. Like all of those things can be challenging for a relationship, but you guys seriously like overcame all of them, which I'm sure like going through all those steps like really solidified how serious you were in your relationship, which is really cool.
I do think long distance can help a bit with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then we had,
I agree.
I had like intense like periods of being at home for like 4 months. So like we did have a bit of it. I mean, it definitely was difficult. But yeah, maybe it made us.
Yeah, I think it made
grow
us
closer.
Closer and stronger. Definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. And then it came time for a proposal. So walk us through that story, your engagement story, like Georgie, had you had any idea that James was going to ask you to marry him? Like, tell us all the details.
I think I did have an idea because I basically hinted at it every day.
You're like, when's this going to happen?
Yeah, or just like funny comments.
Joking, not joking.
Yeah, joking, not joking. Most days, I think since we moved to London, I kind of hinted at it, didn't I? And also, James is so bad at keeping secrets.
I didn't tell you anything.
No, you didn't tell me anything, but you're not the most sneaky.
Yeah, that is fair. I have been known to book stuff and then not realise that it automatically uploads to
the
calendar, which we have a shared calendar. So I've been caught out like booking like a surprise
engagement,
or like something like that. And Georgie's just like looking at the phone like, oh, what's this? So why are we going to like this restaurant?
Yeah.
But I thought you were I thought you were suspecting it.
Yeah.
Kind of, this summer. And we'd had a couple of holidays and stuff booked. So my plan was to try and do it in the most low-key sort of like random place so I could try and catch Georgie off guard as much as possible, even though I probably couldn't. But
I think it's because I just we know each other so well. And I just feel like I know when James would have done it and also just when he is going to do it because of how he's acting. So I always said to James that I just really wanted to be surprised, which I was. Yeah, because I didn't expect it to happen that day.
Yeah. So what was the planning like, James?
I literally, on the week I wanted to do it, the reason I really wanted to do it that week was because I had my 30th birthday on the Saturday, and we had both of our families coming up to London, and we were going out for like a lunch, and we were having a big party and stuff in the garden with friends. So I really wanted to do it before that happened because I thought, how amazing would it be to like surprise everyone in person? So like we could keep it as a secret, and then we could, we could surprise everyone there and then, which I thought would be amazing, rather than like telling people over the phone, but which we probably would have had to do because we don't live too close to all of our family anymore. So that's why I chose that week, and then I was trying to catch, well, clearly not very successfully. I was trying to catch Georgie off guard, and so I thought by doing it like on a random midweek day at home, we got like a nice little garden, like a balcony.
Yeah.
So I got Georgie outside it was the Wednesday, kind of like. Yeah, it was
probably evening.
Early. It was. I think it was about 6 p.m.
It was actually.
So I'd only just. I didn't want the ring in the house at all. So I left it. I kept it at the jeweller's until literally that day. And one of our friends lives. He works down in Farringdon, central London, which is kind of where all the jewellers are, where their shops are. So I kind of use that as an excuse to go meet him for lunch. And then I picked up the ring then. So it was literally in the house for like maybe 4 hours, 5 hours. And I was like downstairs because we have like, I was working in our sort of home office downstairs, and to be honest, for the last like hour, I wasn't even working. I was just like building up of how I was gonna sort of just go up and do it, which is funny because like I didn't really feel nervous, but then just before that moment, I really did, and I can't explain why. I think a lot of men maybe feel the same. I don't know, or a lot of my friends have, but yeah, I was literally just like staring at my computer screen, like not actually doing anything. And then eventually I went up and got Georgie outside and went through it all. But yeah, you definitely weren't expecting it then.
No.
I definitely caught you off guard then.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I booked a really nice restaurant.
Yeah, I was in my like tracksuit, getting ready for a night in. Had like changed out of my day clothes into my comfy clothes, put my hair up, and then James obviously proposed And then he said he had a bottle of champagne and we went outside to the garden, had a glass of champagne. And then he said, oh, we're going out for dinner. And I was thinking, my goodness. And he said, we're leaving in 20 minutes. I was like, oh my goodness. She was like, I was like, okay. So I whacked like makeup on, put some clothes on. It was just all such a blur.
Yeah. That is so sweet. I love just like an at-home proposal where it just like caught you completely off guard. And James, I know you were like, that's the only way to do it is like, gotta surprise Georgie.
I know you wouldn't have wanted something in public, like in front. I know lots of people.
Yeah,
like that wasn't for us.
I really did want it at home.
Yeah, doing
I love that.
Lots of people. So
yeah.
And we had a lovely evening.
We did, yeah.
That makes it so special. Can I see your ring?
It's
being resized.
Oh, it is? Okay. It's okay. I saw it on Instagram though, and it looks gorgeous.
I've got my mum's eternity band on just for the time being.
I love that. That's so special. So cool. All right. So then your party happened for your 30th birthday, James, right? And then you guys were able to surprise everyone like a couple days later?
Yeah, we literally kept it a secret, didn't we? So the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I told one person, which was my hairdresser, because I felt like I had to tell someone.
Yeah.
And it was bursting out of me, but I knew that we had to keep it secret for this birthday party on the Saturday because it would be such a special moment to tell everybody. What happened was that we had all of our family coming for lunch, and then later on in the evening our friends would join and we were having a party.
Big garden party.
Yeah, a garden party. So our family turned up and we were all outside in the garden and we said, oh, James just wants to say...
No, we didn't even say that. I just kind of said, yeah, it's so nice for everyone to be here. And it really means a lot to me. And then Georgie had like slipped behind and like obviously had her ring off and then had it in the pocket.
This was James's family and my family.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
And also my best friend, because I asked her to come early to help with doing some of the setup for the party happening later. But really I wanted her there so that she heard it first.
Yeah, and one of my best friends actually stayed the night before because we'd gone to a gig at the Ali Pali and he was actually asking me about, he's like, oh, you must be proposing to Georgie soon. And I was like, oh, nah, I don't think so, really.
Yeah.
And then, little did he know, the next day we revealed it. But yeah, and then I can't remember the exact words I said, but
I really want to thank Georgie, my fiance.
Yeah, that was it. My fiance for
helping. And everyone was like,
oh my gosh.
All of our family were just like, oh my goodness. And I obviously showed everyone my ring. And not everybody, but all of the females in the family were crying. And my best friend, she literally was shaking because I think everyone was so shocked.
Yeah, it was so worth it. It was such a great surprise.
Yeah.
I wish we kind of, it was one of those things we captured like
I know. I didn't ask anyone to film it because I thought if I did, it would be quite obvious what was about to happen.
We've got a lovely memory.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was so worth it doing that, wasn't it?
And then later on in the evening, we had all of our friends turn up. And
so we swore our family to secrecy. And
we told them all, you can't tell anyone.
Lunch in the afternoon with them, and then all our friends came sort of like, in the evening, and then I did the same again. I did like a little speech, and then said the same again. Thank you to my fiance George. And then it was so because I'd done it because I'd already said it the first time. It was much easier to kind of plan out what I was going to say the second time. So I got to kind of see the reaction of everyone.
Yeah. And it all went a bit silent, and then everyone's like, "My goodness!" So we kind of crashed James's engagement party.
Yeah, we upstaged my own 30th.
Yeah.
That is so fun. Oh yeah. So much to celebrate. I think that's so cool. I love that so much. All the surprises and just like all the festivities throughout the whole weekend just made it like so special, and like being able to like actually see the reactions of everybody that you're close to like in person too, I think is really cool. So great planning, James. That's awesome.
And we'd booked to go to Greece the week after.
So we had a nice engagement.
Yeah,
holiday.
so we kind of had like a week to ourselves after that, which was really nice.
That's beautiful. Oh my gosh, so cool. So that happened a few months back, right? Was that like kind of towards the beginning of the summer, end of spring time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. And then, so how has engagement been so far? Are you guys starting to plan anything for a wedding? Do you have a date, or are you kind of just taking it slow?
No, we have put some wheels in motion, haven't we?
Yeah.
We have a wedding planner that we've hired who's lovely, and she's kind of getting things started for us. We basically decided to go for a wedding planner because both of us are really busy, and I don't think we would have got married until 5 years' time if we didn't have one. So we've got her on board, and we're currently finding venues, but we do have a date, which I guess we can say.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we're getting
we
married
haven't
on-
told it. We haven't told. Oh, we have told some. We have told family. We
Yeah.
haven't put out RSVPs or anything
We're
like
getting
that.
married on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love a New Year's Eve wedding. That is so fun. Oh my gosh.
Next year, though.
Next year. Okay, I was like, that's coming up quick if it's
Yeah.
this year. But yeah, you'll have like a year and a few months to plan. That's so good. Oh, that's so fun.
I
That's
always
so
wanted
great.
a winter wedding, and I don't really know why.
It's
I
just-
think I like that idea of it being cold and romantic, and we're going to have so many beautiful candles, and it will be darker early, so it'll be really lovely. Yeah. So we're
And
finding
it's just
venues.
quite different, isn't it? Like having a New Year's Eve wedding.
New Year's Eve's a good day because most people have the day off the next day.
Everyone's up for a party.
Yeah, I think so.
Nowadays, it's difficult to find good New Year's Eve plans. So
That's
I think it's
true.
just a good excuse to have a wedding.
Yeah.
Are you thinking it'll be more local, or do you want to do a different country or somewhere else?
It will be in the UK.
Yeah, local.
Okay, cool.
Where our families are from, on the south coast of England.
Oh, that sounds so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you guys. So venue hunting, have you seen any yet? Or do you have some in mind that you're like wanting to set up tours at?
Some issues with the venues because we have some specific requirements. One of them being that we need a late license till 2 a.m. and lots of the venues, the traditional wedding venues down on the south coast, they only have a license until midnight to do with noise and also alcohol. And then the other requirement is that we want to bring in our own caterers, and lots of the wedding venues don't really like that. So at the moment, we have got 3 venues that we're going to go and see next weekend.
In a couple of weeks.
Yeah. One of them's a favourite, but the other 2
could be good.
And they're a lot less expensive. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about like those 2 stipulations. That does really weed out a lot of venues and really only have a select few to look at. I mean, especially here in the States, there's like city noise ordinance where it's like you can't make noise after 10 or 11 p.m. and otherwise you're fined. And so yeah, I definitely see that being a little bit difficult for a New Year's wedding, because obviously for a New Year's wedding you want to celebrate the new year with all of your guests and everything, and that's like a big highlight of your day.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
we
so
definitely
exciting.
can't send people home before midnight. So we'll find somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you have like a certain vibe that you're going for, or kind of like colors or like feel to how you want your wedding to be?
I've made a Pinterest board which I gave to the wedding planner, and all of the pictures I'm drawn to are big, long, candlelit tables. And I love flowers, and my best friend is a florist. So she said she'd do all the flowers for us, and she's so talented as well. And I really love this colour scheme. It's quite modern. It's burgundy and creamy white and in a very light green.
Ooh, I love that. That sounds
Lots
pretty.
of beautiful candles, and I love calla lilies. So lots of calla lilies. But I think that the burgundy and the white will be a definite theme. Yeah.
That
Nice and
sounds
wintry.
gorgeous. Yeah, definitely wintry. Going with the winter theme. I love it. The dark and moody with the candlelit. I love it. Do you guys have like a guest count? Oh, sorry. What was that?
we're also thinking black tie.
Ooh, fancy. I like that for New Year's for sure.
That's what we thought. New Year's, black tie. I think it goes together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So fancy. I love it. Are you thinking it's going to be a big wedding? Do you have a pretty big guest count?
We need to do
Well,
a guest list.
How big do you think a big wedding is?
Oh man, probably like 300.
Oh,
Well,
no.
then, no, it'll be smaller.
No. Yeah, a lot smaller.
We actually need to do a guest list, but maybe
I think
120.
120 to 150.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great size. I think that's a great size. Yeah.
But we'll see.
That'll
We
be
actually,
so
we need to. We actually haven't thought of any of the details like that yet.
No, but that's what we're thinking will be about the guest list size. But also, because it is a New Year's Eve party, if we have extra people, we can just invite them to the party after the dinner, and it will still be a good night for people.
Yeah, that's so true. I like that. Kind of like adding some more guests for the party part rather than the ceremony part. So, yeah, you'll do your ceremony and reception like all in the same place, you're thinking?
We're actually thinking we're going to do the ceremony the week before, but the details are quite sorted.
A couple of weeks before, because that'll be Christmas.
Yeah, 2 weeks before. And we think we're going to do that in London as like a very small
just
family
with sort of
only.
close family.
Yeah.
In a registry office. Maybe go out for like a lunch or dinner afterwards.
I love that.
And have a kind of wedding party on New Year's Eve.
That's the plan.
It's kind of what we're thinking at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I want to out as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
I do want it to be one day because I don't want it to be over in one day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I know. You want to stretch that out. Like, live your best engaged and married life. Like, I think that's going to be so fun. So cool. Something that I love to ask all the guests that come on this show is, do you have any advice for other couples who are planning their weddings right now?
I mean, we're so early on in the planning process. I guess you got to decide on your non-negotiables and then what you are willing to compromise on, because obviously there's a compromise between how much you want to spend or can spend to what you really want and what's important to you.
Yeah.
Like, we decided for us, the most important things for us are, we really want good food, we really want live music, and so those two things are just non-negotiable for us.
And the late license.
Yeah, and like a late license, because we love to dance and we love music, so we don't want for people to leave, like to be forced to leave.
Yeah.
But other people might have different priorities. So I guess I
think it's just sticking to your guns, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's really great advice. So tell us more about, do you have an idea of like the food for your wedding? Because I know food is something your life really revolves around, Georgie. So like, I'm sure that's really important for you at your wedding.
So we really want curry.
Ooh, cool.
British, obviously, we love curry. And it's tradition on New Year's Eve, for our families anyway, that you always have a curry on New Year's Eve. And so we were going to get some great South Asian caterers in. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Gonna do it all family style, sharing on the tables, I think, rather than a 3-course meal. And then that's kind of all we've got so far on the food. But I guess we'll have a really nice wedding cake or something similar, like a cake of baklava or something. That's also our favourite.
That's so fun. I love that. I love just like kind of the infusion of the different cultures and things like into your wedding, and like finding those things from your lives that are meaningful, like doing the curry on New Year's and like incorporating that into your wedding, which is really cool. And I'm sure it's just like a little thing that your friends and family will notice and also appreciate too, and think, oh, that's really clever that they did that. So yeah, I love it.
Hopefully delicious.
Right.
I really want to love our wedding meal, and both our favourites is curry, really. So I feel like if we do that, we will have some really great food on our wedding, rather than just the standard wedding food that you get. I don't know what it's like in America, but in the UK, it's like
Yeah,
very standard
sometimes
wedding
it can
food.
be quite bad. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes it's amazing, but sometimes it can be,
Depends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's really cool because you can do so many creative things with food at your wedding. But if you're not a foodie like you guys are, a lot of people might not realize or like take advantage of those opportunities. So it's cool to see that. And I think it'll be like a really nice touch for your guests and nice surprise for them too. So good. So as we wrap up, like, Georgie, tell me a little bit more about your cookbook and your career. I love following you on Instagram and I wish I was a cook. So I look at your page and I'm like admiring everything you do because I feel like it's hard and I'm not good at it. But yeah, tell me a little bit more about what you do.
Well, I am a food writer and recipe developer and content creator, and I focus on seasonal eating. So every thing I write and every recipe that I create is focused on seasonal fruit and vegetables. My first book came out last month, and
Yay.
I think that it's doing really well. So you can find it everywhere, especially you can find it on Amazon and also in Barnes and Noble in the US, and also in Anthropology.
Cool.
Yeah. So I basically just write recipes and now write cookbooks.
So cool. Oh my gosh. Is there like a favorite dish that you've added to your cookbook that you're like, okay, when you're writing your cookbook, you're like, this definitely needs to be in there?
Actually, on the theme of curry, there's a
That's what I was thinking. Of.
Cavolo Nero and paneer curry in there.
No, it's unbelievable.
It's quite a dry curry. It's not got a huge amount of sauce, but it's bright green, like a dark, gorgeous green, and with chunks of paneer, and it's just got the most delicious flavour. And as somebody that loves curry, that is a favourite in the book.
That's so
For
cool.
James.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that your favorite, James?
I've got a lot of favourites. They are all delicious. But yeah, that's definitely one of my top ones. Yeah, I like the butternut squash pie.
Oh, the sweet potato
pie.
Oh,
sorry, sweet potato pie.
He doesn't know the recipe.
Don't even know the recipe. Yeah, that's delicious. I mean, yeah, that's delicious. There's loads. I could name,
And there's one of James's recipes in the book as well, which is a pui lentil and caramelized onion and miso bake with cheddar on the top. And that is delicious.
Oh yeah, I should have said that one, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That is so cool. So is cooking something that you really enjoyed, James, like before you met Georgie? Is that something you guys were able to like connect on?
Yes, yeah, I've always loved cooking. Clearly not to the same standard that Georgie does, but yeah, I guess I cook way less now because obviously you're writing a lot of recipes and testing, etc. So like, there's always a lot of leftovers in the fridge. So like, I don't really end up cooking as much anymore. But I did test a lot of your recipes for your cookbook just to make sure that like, someone that hasn't written the recipes could like easily follow them and they work. And so I did do a lot of testing of the cookbook recipes. I guess what we connected on most when we first met was that James really likes to eat. I do love food. I really do. And he's not fussy at all. So anything that I would give him, he will eat, and he basically thinks everything is delicious. So maybe don't take my advice. It's good for my ego anyway.
Yeah, right. I know we need the Instagram handle James Eats now. Yeah. That is right. Yeah, professional recipe taster and tester. Yeah.
We actually did, when I was writing the book, as a joke, we called James CMO. CTO, Chief Tasting Officer.
Love. That's like the best work title ever. Yeah, right? So good. I love that so much. Oh my gosh. It's been so great talking with you guys. And I cannot wait to just like keep following along with all your wedding content and, keeping up with you guys finding a venue and everything. And so I'm just so happy for you guys. Congratulations. And thank you guys for just taking the time to chat today. It's been really fun.
Thank you. It was really lovely to talk to you.
So good. All right. We'll chat soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. There you have it, another episode of the Wedding Reporter podcast. To see those gorgeous wedding and engagement photos, head over to NashvilleBrideGuide.com for more behind-the-scenes content. And if you like this episode, I would so appreciate it if you would rate and subscribe the show. See you next time for another great episode.